All right. Hi guys. Thanks for showing up tonight. I know it's sometimes it's hard to figure out, like, you think you can be here and then all of a sudden can't or whatever. So I appreciate you coming because we only do this once a month. I'm hoping to do this maybe a little bit more because I'm working with an elite group. So there are 5 of us trying to reach for elite, and I'm getting so much information that I want to share with you guys. So we may do this more often, but I know it's kind of hard sometimes, so we'll see. But anyway, thanks for coming. Hey, I, or that's yeah, that was Owen, right? Yeah, that was Owen. Okay. I really appreciate you coming. It's kind of a bummer for me when because I really do plan this stuff out and work things out for you guys so I can give you the best information. Hey, and so it's kind of a bummer when people can't come at the last minute, but I understand. So thanks for coming. So we're going to talk about organizing your life and how you can fit in Beachbody and not take away from your family. But first, before we do that, I want to tell you about some Success Club point volume issue that we've been having. Audra brought this to my attention today, that people who have sold challenge packs, not everyone, but a few people that have sold challenge packs already in October, they are not getting the full volume that they're supposed to be getting. So if you have, or even if you've sold anything, you might check your volume to make sure it's correct. I did a live chat today to try to figure that out, and I think they didn't even know what was going on because they were like, why don't you call back later, type of thing. So I think they were just as confused. So I didn't get on live chat again. But hopefully it's resolved. If it's not, then I would suggest doing live chat on your own or calling. Live chat is always quicker, though. All right, so and then I want to go over Success Club earners for September. So we had Success Club 10 or above. Our grand prize winner for that was Trisha Font. She is this her? Does anyone know if this is her first month? Maybe her second month? First month? Okay, first month. She hit Success Club 13. She beat our whole team, and she went Emerald in September. So awesome job, Trisha. JJ McLean was at, I don't remember the exact numbers, but these are 10 or higher. So Trisha Font, JJ McLean, Christine Neal, and me, yay. And then Success Club 5 went to Adrienne, yay. Rita, Angie, Julie, and Kate Neal. So awesome job on that. And then we had 3 people go Emerald in September. So that was Christine Neal, Trisha Font, and Adrienne. Yeah. So awesome job. Okay, so let's get into the meat of what we're talking about here. So how can you organize your life to fit in Beachbody and your life, really? So that's what we're going to be talking about. So this kind of was weighing heavy on my heart pretty much last month because I have this huge goal. So November 19th, I have to get my 5 stars in to be an elite coach for 2016. So in my head, constantly, I see this November 19th date, constant, and I'm doing everything I can, like laser beam, trying to move towards that date. And then I'm like, oh, hey, family, kind of forgot you were there. And, oh, hey, weight gain, where did you come from? So all this stuff is coming at me that I kind of was pushing away and really focusing on this November 19th date. So that's kind of why I wanted to talk about this, because it was happening to me. It's probably happening to other people too. When you start as a new coach, everything's really, really exciting, and you get really far, and sometimes you go really far really fast, and then all of a sudden you can hit a brick wall because you're like, I was doing so much work, and now I'm like, don't really want to do it anymore, So maybe you start to take a break, and then maybe some coaches start to fall off and customers start to fall off, and then maybe that weight gain starts to sneak in because you forget about yourself. So you're thinking, I kind of just want to lay on the couch tonight. And then the next night, maybe I'll just lay on the couch again. Or maybe, I don't really want to invite tonight. And so I'm not going to do that, and it just keeps building up, building up, building up to when you just realize you wake up one day and you're like, I'm not doing any of these things and I feel bad and my family's suffering, So that happened to me last month. Not that I wasn't inviting, because I was inviting, I was focused on Beachbody. And I will tell you, and this is embarrassing for me to say, but yesterday or Sunday night, I did all my measurements and my weigh-ins and everything because I was starting our team challenge on Monday. I have gained 10 pounds since June. Had no idea. No idea. And it was not about the weight. It's that my clothes weren't really fitting anymore, but I just kept pushing it off because I was focused on this date. And I wasn't even doing my workouts anymore. I wasn't doing my workouts. I wasn't following a program. I was still drinking Shakeology and I was still teaching my classes at the Y, but I was doing the bare minimum so I could be on my phone, on my computer constantly, and the big kicker was that my daughter was playing with her dolls one day and I could, she's like doing little voices and it's cute. And I was kind of listening in and the baby said something and she said, well, I can't, I'm busy. Mommy's working. And I was like, oh my gosh, I say that so much. Mommy's always working. Mommy used to not be working constantly like that. So when did this happen? So then last week a few of us got the opportunity to go see Jeremy Red. He's from corporate. And he started talking and was talking the exact same thing that I'd been feeling, like so much pressure and overwhelm. And how do I keep moving towards my goal, but to also get all my life back, And so he had this plan, this organizational plan for us. And it was just like, why didn't I think of that before? So I kind of want to show you, if you guys have pieces of paper and a pen, you may want to jot this down and then you can do it too. And it's already, I started it this week and it's already made a huge difference. So really, I'm going to hold mine up. I don't know if you can see it. So you just make 5 columns and then you put buckets. I'm not the best artist, but you put 5 buckets on each of the columns and then you name them. So the last 2 have to be Beachbody though. Come over here. I don't know if you can see it very well. So the last 2, so this is Beachbody Personal, and then this last one is Beachbody Organizational. So the last 2 columns have to be Beachbody, Beachbody Personal, Beachbody Organizational, and the other 3 can be whatever you want to focus on in your life. So you give each bucket a name, you give each bucket a color, you give each bucket 3 to 4 activities that you want to maximize that time in those buckets. And then finally, a weekly time allotment. So a name, a color, 3 to 4 activities that you want to do in each of those buckets, and then a weekly time allotment. So I'll go over that in more detail now. But I know you can't see this very well, but my first column here is personal, okay? I chose that to be my first column, and Jeremy helped me with this. He said this as well, because if we don't take care of ourselves, then we can't take care of our family. We can't take care of our team. We really don't do our best at taking care of anything if we're not taking care of ourselves. Okay, so that might seem selfish, but it's really not. Because if you're not your best self, then in my case, my husband's not going to be, I'm not going to give my best self to him. I'm not going to give my best self to my kids and to Beachbody. So that's what's my first column is personal. My second column is my husband. My third column are my kids. I chose my second column to be my husband because, again, if I don't have a good relationship with him, then my kids are going to suffer. So it goes me, my husband, and my kids. A few activities I have in personal. So I said to pick 3 to 4 activities that the time that you have, you want to maximize that time. So that's the time, the most you want to, I don't know really how to say this, but well, I'll just give you an example. So number 1 on my personal column is personal development. So again, I'm working on myself. So if I get 30 minutes, I do 30 minutes every day of personal development because I know that makes me a better person, a better wife, a better mom, a better leader, all of that, you know? So I definitely want to get that in every day for 30 minutes. And you don't have to put any of these things. I'm just giving you examples. I have number 2, alone time, because I just like to be alone by myself sometimes because I don't get that very much. But that's number 2 on my list. To just, I mean, I usually get up a little bit early. I usually get up early just to be by myself. You know, I do some Beachbody stuff in there, but I also, this is the time also that I give myself to scroll through Facebook. Because while that's not a good, you know, thing, it's not really helping me, it's part of my alone time. I like to scroll through Facebook. And if I don't do it once, if I don't allow myself one time, then I'm going to be doing it all day long, you know, and I'm going to be wasting time. So number 3 on my list is sleep, because I'm really good at staying up really late to watch. So I get all my stuff done and I stay up really late to watch all my really good shows, you know, while everybody's asleep. And then before I know it, it's time to wake up, you know, because I like to get up early too. So sleep is important. And then I put church on there. Church is important to me. And then meal prep, which is number 5 for me, and I'm really bad at it. That's why I put it on there, because I know that it needs to be done. So I'm not going to go through every instance, but I do want to give you a few examples. So for my husband, I put date night 1 time per week. And that doesn't mean we actually go out. A lot of our dates are that we DVR a couple shows that we like, and then on Friday night after the kids go to sleep, we sit and watch them together. Like that's our date night. But it's our time to kind of reconnect and not have to spend money, although I do like to go out, but you know, with kids it doesn't work like that. And then we work out together. So we did that for a long time. We cut that out because again, I wasn't doing it and he wasn't really doing it either. So we're doing that again. Kid activities would be like karate and dance and playing with them, reading, homework. I have dinner for both my husband and my kids. We do dinners together when we can. He works a lot too, so that doesn't always happen. But okay, so let's get into Beachbody Personal. So this is where you're going to do your 3 vital behaviors. However, in personal, I put my personal development. So I don't have to put that in Beachbody Personal. And then I put my workout with my husband, so I don't have to put that in Beachbody Personal. So that gives me a little more leeway on what I can put in my Beachbody Personal. So I put invites, which is selling challenge packs and signing up coaches. And then I gave that a time allotment. Also, this is where I'm going to concentrate on my coaches that have not been in the business longer than 90 days. So 3 months, if they've been in the business for 1, 2, or 3 months or 0 months, I'm going to concentrate on those people to help them, you know, get going. In my Beachbody Personal, I also think about my Facebook, Instagram post, you know, all of the social media posting. And then something I'm doing a lot of right now that's been really helpful is just watching other coaches' YouTube channels and just getting ideas. And I mean, I can listen to that while I'm cooking or, you know, whatever. It doesn't take long, but you get really good ideas. The last column is Beachbody Organizational. This is where I talk to and check in with my coaches that have been in the business for over 90 days. So these are the people that kind of get it, you know, and so I don't have to check in with them every day or sometimes every week, depending on where they are. But I put 1 time per week just because I probably should check in with them 1 time per week. But so like I have a couple coaches that I'm working with so our team can move towards elite. I check in with them every day. So they're in my personal column, but then the people that maybe they're discount coaches or excuse me, they're just kind of maybe hobby coaches, I'll check in with them once per week. I also think about my team challenges. We've been doing a lot of team challenges every month, or not a lot, but once per month. So I think about those. What am I going to do next month? I also have, excuse me, that elite group that I've been talking about. I think there's 5 of us. I do 3 hours per week with them. So I have a Zoom call with them every week. And then we also have a message thread. So I give them about 3 hours per week because that's moving me towards my goal. I said I wasn't going to go over all of these, didn't I? But I am. Okay, one more. And then, wait. No, actually, that's it. Okay, so that was a lot. Sorry, I didn't mean to go over each example, but I, did. So then I add up each column to see how many hours per day I'm spending on each column. And I found out, and I guessed really high. So I may not spend that much time on social media posting, but I guessed a little bit high. So total, I would have 20 hours per day. That includes my sleep. So that means I have 4 hours, like 4 hours to do whatever I want with. So I could add an hour here. I could sleep more. I could, really I can do whatever I want with those 4 hours. So that kind of makes me think, people say they're really busy, and people are busy, but at the same time, they're just not very organized. If you organize your life a little better, then you're going to find time that you didn't know you had, like scrolling through Facebook, pressing like, and believe me, I am so guilty of that too. I caught myself today. Like, how long have I been scrolling? I didn't even realize I was scrolling. So a lot of people are busy, but most people just think they're busy. So think about this organizing your life to where you can fit everything in and still be successful. Let's see. And something else that is really helpful that Carl posted, I posted this in some of our pages, was this plant your seed invitation thing. Can you see that? So really, if you took, 30 to 45 minutes one day to fill that out for the whole month, so you have 3 people per day, really that could take, so let's say it's October 21st. You're going to go to October 21st and invite those 3 people. You don't even have to think about them because you've already thought about who you're going to invite. So that is going to take less time from your Beachbody personal column that you can put somewhere else. So there's really ways to make your life easier. And I started this yesterday, and I just feel like I can breathe. And I also feel better because I've said it. If I feel that way, probably other people feel that way. When Jeremy Red was talking, so many hands were going up, and the girl behind me said, I feel like I'm always on my phone. My kids are around, but I'm not engaged with them. I'm always on my phone. And that's how I feel. So when other people were raising their hand, it was like, thank goodness, we're all doing something right, but we're all doing something wrong, and we got to figure out what the solution is. So really just think about changing your mindset. So do people say, hey, how are you? And do you say, I'm busy? Because even if you're like, oh yeah, I'm really busy, you seem like happy, but I'm really busy. But people don't want any of your busy because they're busy too. So they're not going to want to follow you and be a coach on your team if you're really busy. And they're going to think that if I do this, then I'm going to be really busy. So change your mindset. Hey, how are you? I'm doing great. I'm loving this, and just change it around and make it happy, even though sometimes we are feeling a little bit stressed when our Success Club points still say 0 and we're really trying to get to 5, but just change your mindset, make everything happy rather than, oh. Let's see. The last thing I wanted to talk about, gosh, I think I still have time. I never still have time, is to really think about your why. So we get frustrated sometimes, and I was frustrated last month. I didn't know I was until, it really hit me that I'm not taking care of me, and I needed to go back to my why. Like when I first started, it was that I wanted to help people, and that's good too. We want to help people, but we want to get the deep, not the skin level why. We want to get deep, and that goes along with our challengers and coaches or people that are coming onto our team. So if someone says they want to lose weight, you would say, tell me more, or why? And they would say, well, because my jeans don't fit. Well, tell me more. And then they'll tell you some more. And then you say, well, how does that make you feel? And so you can dig a little deeper by these 4. I'm going to tell you these 4 questions in just a second, but you can dig a little deeper and really pull out what they're feeling inside rather than, I want to lose weight, or I want to join the team to help people. And yes, like I said, we do want to help people, but we still need to make money. And it's okay to make money. We have to live, and to live, you have to make money. So never feel like that making money is a bad thing, because we just have to do it. It's okay. It is. And I know it feels weird sometimes being like, well, you can earn or you can make this, but it's part of life. It's okay. So if your why is to put gas in your car every month, that's okay. So let me tell you these questions that you ask people to get deeper into their why. And then after that, when we're done with this call, I want you to go into your own why. So you say why you're doing this, and then answer the 4 questions. And if you guys don't mind, I want you to send me those answers. Okay, so the first question is why. Why are you a coach? Why are you doing this? I'll make it simple. Okay, I'll give you a second to write that down. The second question is, tell me more. I guess it's not a question, it's a statement, but tell me more. So number 1 is, why are you doing this? Number 2 is, tell me more. Number 3 is, why is that important to you? So when you answer, tell me more, number 3 is, why is that important to you? And then number 4 is, how does that make you feel? So when I ask myself those questions, I'm way better at answering those questions rather than just saying, I know what my why is, so it's hard to kind of break it down, but if I say I want to help people, well, tell me more about that. I want to help people so that I can also help myself, or I help my family with these extra bills that are coming in. Why is that important? Because I want to feel like that I can contribute to my family. And how does that make you feel? It makes me feel great that I'm not just sitting on the sidelines watching my husband try to pay all these bills when he doesn't have to, because I'm doing this or whatever, like I totally made up that story, but you know what I mean? Just once you get into a little deeper, then people start to think about like, hey, maybe there is more to this than I thought that that there was. So use that with new coach prospects, or even getting started, coaches that are just getting started. Maybe not new coach prospects, that might be a little much, but people who have signed up already and they're more than a discount coach, they want to do a little work. Use those 4 questions with them. Use those 4 questions with your challengers, because a lot of times they just say they want to lose weight, or they want to fit into their bikini for spring break or whatever. Use those questions, and then that's what's going to keep those people there. So instead of getting their Shakeology and then canceling it the next month, maybe if you come back and say, remember how you're going to feel when da 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 da, and then they'll be like, oh, well, maybe I should stay on this Shakeology, So, and ask yourself those questions too. Why are you doing this? How are you going to feel if you reach that goal of whatever your goals are? So, great things are meant for you. You're here for a reason, I believe. So don't get down on yourself. Just keep pushing along. And why not you? Why can none of you be elite coaches? You can. So just change your mindset, say yes you can, and let's do it. All right? Whew, that was a deep one. All right, so does anybody have questions or comments or anything? I can unmute you, or you can unmute yourselves. Let's see, maybe. People on the phone, I'm going to unmute you just in case you have something to say. Or everybody can unmute themselves and you can just talk.
I'll unmute myself.
Yeah, go for it.
I think this is a good topic to do personally, because I am a business builder, and I do want to really go places with Beachbody, and I think this is a good topic because I work a lot of hours in a week, and time management is a big issue for me. And so I think it's going to help me allocate time to have more of a balance to my life, where I can still business build and pay attention to my husband and do the things like take care of myself. Because same thing, like gung-ho for when I started in April, and then started to slack off a little bit. And so I think time management is a huge thing, and I think it's a really good topic. So that's good stuff. So I wanted to ask questions about the buckets.
Yeah.
So the idea is to have, you said, 3 to 4 activities in each bucket, and it's a weekly time allotment. So this is like for the entire week, not per day, right?
Well, it's supposed to be weekly, but I did some daily and some weekly, because some things, let me find an example. So, okay, in my Beachbody organizational, I had my 90 days plus coaches. I only check in with them once per week. So I just did once per week on that. But then most things I allotted a daily time for. So, I mean, it kind of just works, because a lot of things you don't have to do every single day. And also, if you wanted to do your Beachbody personal, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, say you wanted to do your invites and all that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then you check in with your team on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, something like that, that can work too, especially when you have a full-time job. So, because somewhere you got to put in your job in this, and that's going to take a lot of hours.
Yeah.
So make it however works for you, but make sure you do put that time in there, because you should actually take your phone or whatever you put your calendar, use your calendar, and make so on, let's say today's Tuesday. So I would put 6:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. would be red, and that would be my personal development time. So when it's red and it's my personal development time, that's the only thing I'm doing. So if you put it in your calendar and kind of work it out that way, that helps too.
That's good.
Anything else? No? Are you sure?
No.
Yes, please. Unmute audio. The phone people, I just unmuted you again if you need anything. No? All right, nothing else? Okay, well, sorry, I just keep saying nothing. I'm waiting for someone to speak up. I don't want to miss anybody. So thanks a lot for coming, and remember to check on those Success Club points. And because I have a Success Club point and it's still not showing after like 50, I don't know. She kept saying, just wait 12 more hours, just wait 12 more hours. And it's been like, I don't know, 40, no, how long has it been? It's been like 4 days or something. It's still not showing up. So check on your Success Club points, check on your volume. Something is messed up with that. And just remember, like, you can do this, and why not you? And you guys are going places. So thanks for coming, and have a good night. And this will be recorded for any of your coaches that didn't get to see it. So, all right, thanks.
Thank you.
See ya.